welcome to PSGL F11 round 6. We're heading to Sandboard, and it's the first time we're heading to Sandboard, so that's gonna be interesting. Nonetheless, I'm Sondra Sorok, joined by Louis Marshall as usual.
Yeah, hello everyone, hope you're doing well. Same intro every week for me, say the same thing. And I believe Sandra's gone to eat a steak right now, so I'll interview you, Dion, first. Home race. What's your expectations for tonight? Are you hoping top 5 possible podium?
Yeah, I'm hoping top 8, let's say. Top 8.
Oh. Not a good track for you then, or?
Yeah, because I'm playing the F1 games so many years that this is also a new track for me. So I haven't got the experience. So let's hope everybody else has the same, and then maybe we can try top 5.
Yeah, it is a new track for most of the drivers, to be fair, because I'm not sure if this track's on any other games. So.
No, I hope I can start in the top 5, and then yeah, my race pace is not as good as my qualifying pace, so.
What about some rain? Would you like some rain to spice it up, or do you just want a simple race?
I want a dry race, to be honest.
Yeah.
The times that I've trained in the dry, and I've don't trained in the wet conditions. So.
Yeah, so that means it's gonna be raining for you then today.
hopefully.
And as it is your home race, are you gonna try put on the exciting race, or are you just gonna focus on the race itself, or?
I'm always in for a couple of good overtakes, but then my race is quite nice. But to be honest, I want to win this race, but I want to win this race in the kind of Lewis Hamilton style, but I don't think that is gonna happen.
Never know. You're in the pink Mercedes, so.
Yeah, maybe.
So yeah, so we've got maybe a minute or so left with the question, so I'm just trying to think of another question. Actually, I'll just go to Alamonda now, instead, sorry.
Okay.
Sandra needs to eat, so Alamonda, or Mark, I'm not sure what to call you, I'll call you both.
Hello there.
Good evening.
Good evening.
It's like Dion said, it's a new track for most of the drivers, so what's your thoughts on Zandvoort? Have you done much practice on it?
I've done a fair amount of dry practice, but yeah, wet practice I'm literally doing now.
I don't know.
There was just a sudden shower before the race, so I thought I better get out there, do a quick bit of practice. But yeah, no, it's a new track, so I think people aren't going to have a reference point from the previous games to sort of prepare themselves. But you know, I think everyone who's practiced will have a decent idea. But I think this track, in some ways, is somewhat, in terms of the intensity, it's kind of like Suzuka. You don't really have a lot of time to breathe in this track. There's no like long straights to relax. Even like the start-finish straight is kind of half the length of most F1 straights. So it's the corners come fast and furious. So I really think it's going to be mentally and physically, especially for the wheel users, a real test, because there's 36 laps of this one. Old school gravel traps, there's not a lot of runoff areas, so it's going to be, I personally felt going into this race, it's going to be the toughest race of the season so far for all of us.
Yeah, I agree. Like,
I maybe think Hanoi.
Hanoi will be tough, but.
Yeah, hence so far. Let's not talk about Vietnam yet.
Yeah, that's in a couple of weeks, unfortunately. Unfortunate for most, I guess. But like you said, Mark, it's so narrow and you're at edge all lap. So how hard is it going to wheel with people around this track? Do you think?
It's going to be I mean, the concertina effect of turn one is pretty severe. It's a pretty hard braking zone into turn one. So, and then there's several others where you can easily get caught out. You got to really be on it. So I'd be pretty surprised if everyone escapes the first lap without some sort of damage. But hopefully we do. I think we're a decent grid race wise. We haven't had too many incidents in the stewards overall. But yeah, no, I think. It's qualifying, like some of the races we've had already, like Hungary, is going to be really important.
Yeah.
I think if you're in the mid pack, if you're slow, if you're faster than the mid pack and you have a poor session, then it could be a very difficult race because you'll end up, you can lose so much time being behind a slower car for several laps, and you have to be reliant on it. But I think there'll be mistakes in this race. All the gravel traps are so close to the edges. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a lot of incidents for you guys to cover. I mean, there could be a safety car, but we shall see. I think it's going to be a fun race, I think, for everybody, but it's a new challenge, and I think it will be a good reference for the rest of PSGL, because, even like the top guys in F1, they've probably not raced at Zandvoort in anger yet, some of them, especially those who only race in PSGL, so it'll be a good reference for them from a strategic. One thing I will say, though, tyre wear shouldn't be an issue here, because the wear is it's kind of similar to Russia, the wear here. It's even on the softs, compared to the previous rounds we've done, you don't lose too much each lap, so you can go quite long on the softs, so it should be a fairly easy one stop here today.
Yeah, so without ruining your strategy, do you think is soft mediums possible, or is that a risk, do you think?
I don't know. I think someone like I was going to say Ugi Azim, but he had a puncher the other day. So yeah, I think it's possible, but I think it's possible, but I think because you're putting so much through the front tyres all through the race, I think it's quite a risk. I think soft to hard might be, but if you get an early safety car, that could then put that back into play. But yeah, I think strategically it may not be the most interesting race, but maybe medium to hard might be the better strategy. But I've done both in practice, and there was pretty much nothing between them really in terms of overall race time. So if someone can do softs to mediums, then yeah, that would be amazing, but they won't have any performance left in the mediums at the end of the race, so it'll be a risky one to do, I think.
Yeah, I'm guessing the front left takes the most punishment, with like the fast right hander in the middle sector, then the last corner is fast right as well. The front left is just going to be
the left-hand tyres in general take quite a battering here, but again, the wear is not as bad as you think it is. For example, like I did, if you do in qualifying on softs, for example, I had like 4 or 5% wear after doing an out lap, a fast lap, and an in lap. So it wasn't anywhere near. It's nothing like, say, China, for example, when you're on the softs.
China's awful and soft. Jeez. Yeah, and you mentioned quality earlier. I agree with you. I think qualifying is going to be crucial. Every 10th is going to matter, because short track, close grids, it's gonna. If you gain a 10th, that could be like 5 positions maybe. Right, that might be exaggerated a bit, but yeah, it's just gonna be interesting.
What do you guys think the pole time is gonna be?
Honestly, I have no idea.
No idea.
I'm thinking I'm just seeing who's actually in the. Oh yeah, so Phoenix is here. Dion's here. I reckon at the very least mid 109s. But I think Phoenix, if it's a dry quali, I think he could get it down to maybe 9.2 or 9.3.
I think I was reading the chat earlier in Discord. I think people is actually getting into the 8s, if I'm correct. Which is, like I said, I don't know what's quick around here.
Yeah,
so.
JMK, Black Phoenix, and I. Maybe in practice we got 1.8.8 or 1.8.9, but in qualifying here on the race there's more pressure, so maybe low 1.9s.
Yeah, low 9s, I think.
Yeah.
I think low 9s for pole.
Yeah, last question from me, Mark, before we start going.
Yeah.
What's your predictions for tonight? Do you think you'll do well in the race and quali, or
I mean, honestly, I don't think this is a particularly strong track for me. I mean, a lot of people might say the same thing, but I think, yeah, I haven't really felt comfortable with any of the setups, particularly in the wet. So, in some ways, I'm already looking to monitor, which I am, quite strong, relatively speaking, in F11 at. So, yeah, I mean, I'd be happy with another points result. I've had 5 in a row so far, so yeah, for making 6 out of 6, that would be a good night's work, I reckon. And hopefully less unforced errors. I made some really silly errors at Belgium last week, which probably cost me a top 6 result. But if I can just not have 6 seconds of penalties again and just stay out of trouble, then hopefully I can get a solid result.
Yeah, that could be a factor as well. Penalties. Like, I'm not sure how bad it is at Sandboard, but knowing this game, it's probably awful.
It's not that bad.
Is it not?
It's not, and that's coming from me.
Yeah, Sandro getting disqualified at Belgium, so it can't be bad.
I don't think it's too bad here at Zandvoort. There are a couple of the outside of the penultimate corner before you head to the main straight. It's quite easy to run right there when you put it on the power. So that's probably the only area of the track where you're at a high risk of getting warnings. But apart from that, it's if you're staying within the lines of the track, you shouldn't be getting warnings.
It's also the corner before the last track where you go wide.
Yeah.
I just said that.
Yeah. That's also if you push hard and you go wide, then you go wide. But if you don't push that corner, it will be fine.
Yeah, Sandro, have you got any quick questions for Dion or Mark?
You pretty much covered what I was wondering about, Marshall, so
okay.
I don't have any questions, so I can say is good luck to both of you. Do not use overtake in the banking if it's raining. I've experienced that the hard way. And as for if your quality is bad, the track is surprisingly decent on overtaking. It is a few spots where it's not that difficult, so don't give up too early. I hope so. Still a chance. So good luck to the both of you.
Right. Yeah, and enjoy the race. I'm gonna show off now.
Oh, we will.
Yeah. Good luck, both of you.
Good luck, Alemande.
Thank you, and good luck, Dion.
Thanks.
And back to us, Marshall.
Yes.
Now I will admit, as for the tire strat, I did hear you guys talking about that. I can't remember. I have a feeling that it is soft to mediums, but I can't actually remember. As for my own race I had there recently, it ended up raining anyway. So
yeah, I think most people will just go soft to hard to keep it safe, because like Mark said, mediums at the end could be awful unless if like a Juho who could possibly do it. But
yeah, the thing is just I seem to remember that the hards were just like, they're durable, but they're just not great around this track, especially with like certain few of these corners. You're just gonna feel horrible with the hard tires. So
yeah, it depends how quick you get them up to temperature, I guess, like as well, because if you just pit and do 2-3 laps on them, I think that'll be awful. So I think the overcut might be good.
Could be. Nonetheless, we're in quali then. And what do you think, Marshall? Who's going to be top 3 here in quali?
I think it's safe. You have to put Black Phoenix on pole. Won the last 2 races, championship leader by like 15 points. I think you got to put him on pole. Second, I'm gonna say JMK. Third, I'm gonna say C because I just say in the chat he seems pretty confident, I feel like.
Interesting. Well, I'm gonna put Dion on pole. It's his home race, so maybe that's just me wish thinking a little, but nonetheless, I think we'll see Dion high up, and I'm predicting him on pole. For second, I believe we're gonna see Black Phoenix. No, actually, I think we're gonna see. It's kind of difficult. Like from what I experienced when I had my race there, was that people who were typically better than other people on most other tracks somehow struggled a little bit more to actually show that they're better on this track. So I think Black Phoenix might struggle a little more today. So I'm gonna say JMK in second, and in third we're gonna go with Steed, and as you said, he seems quite confident.
Yeah, interestingly, I'll Hate You Soon has already lost his front wing on his outlap.
Oh, you're right.
So he's going to be heading back into the pit lane.
I guess we'll switch to
Williams
Milam,
behind
I
him.
believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that banking, I gotta tell you, like going around that banking just feels amazing.
Yeah, I bet in the rain though it's horrible because.
Oh, it is. It is. Well, it's not. It's actually. Although this hairpin banking is a pain, but
easy to lock up there.
As for the last corner though, the banking, like in wet conditions, it's not really that much of an issue, except if you put it into overtake, which I did. Of course, wanted to get close to somebody to make sure that I had the overtake done on the start-finish straight. Ended up spinning.
Wheel spun, yeah.
Somehow managed to save it out of the wall though.
And I'm just watching Milam on his lap, and this track just looks so fun to drive watching.
It is. It is a really fun track. It's like the only corner I don't like on this track is as Milam has invalidated. Like the only corner I don't like is the banked hairpin. That is just horrible to go through, especially with no ABS. Like
so easy to lock up like the front left.
Yeah. Either you gotta brake so early to not lock up, or you gotta have some sort of secret that I don't know about.
Yeah. Well, I remember the first time I tried this track, I just kept locking up at that corner, and it's so annoying.
Oh yeah.
It
really is.
As Steve's done a 9.7 for his banker lap, and Dion, interested in the mediums, with a 10.1, as JMK with a 9.3. So it's the low nines like we were talking about earlier.
Well, let's see then. RP overline to the 110.6.
I think there's AlphaTauri next. I think it's Luke's starting a lap.
Well, we are following the AlphaTauri of PRJT Infinite right now as he's heading through this very fast right-hander and into this corner can actually be a little bit of a pain if you hit your line wrong, because you really gotta hit the apex to be able to carry the speed through that you want.
And this next corner, I found it quite easy just to cut because you need to clip that curve
on the
inside.
You can cut it so much.
Yeah. Then that curve on the exit, I think you're supposed to. I try and avoid that. And this one,
Infinite almost in the gravel. I think he probably lost that much speed that it didn't invalidate, as he takes a 112.4 then.
There's Kelvin's back in the pit, so he must have had a bad first lap. And we've got Luke. It was his teammate.
He's coming around the banking now. Good thing we're not on Michelin tires there.
Oh god, imagine.
For anyone who can remember the...
Oh, big crash! Milam! Oh jeez, how's he kept his wheels?
Milam? Isn't he on an outlap?
Yeah. He must have done what you did.
I guess he was on an outlap. Nonetheless though, CPI Black Phoenix in turn 1 now. Let's see if he can put up a lap for the first time today, as he's now heading into that banked hairpin. An absolutely horrible corner in my opinion.
Yeah, It's good when you nail it though, I feel like. And I love this section it's coming through now. This fast
At
ride
this one, yeah.
feels, yeah.
Now
Because we've got
into the second sector split. These two corners I really like too. So smooth.
yeah. That
Then
Phoenix is flying right now.
he's up with the DRS. Then getting
Avoids
ready
that
to
curve.
finish his lap. Could have taken more of that curb, to be honest.
Yeah.
Now into the final corner. Does not invalidate, and through the banking, it's gonna be
He
a
looks fast.
109.7,
9.7.
which puts him second for a moment. Quite far off JMK too.
I thought it looked faster than that for a 9.7. I thought that was
Well,
going to be a low
let's
9. So.
let's have a look at Mark then. He's on a lap. He's heading through that fast right-hander, looking a little unsteady.
Yeah, I did see that. It's got a runner in front of him who's...
So a small twitch mid-corner.
Yeah, that's not what you want to see in qualifying, a bit of a twitch, because that could just ruin you in the race possibly with that setup.
It really could. Nonetheless, though, heading into the final sector, not really using the curb on entry there. Only two more corners, and through this second to last corner, not taking a lot of that curb, and around the banking, and towards the line, it's going to be a 109, 110, 1.
Looking at Dion's lap on the mediums, that's a really good lap.
It is, and he is currently 4 tenths up, it said.
Yeah, so Dion is absolutely flying. That has to be, I'm not sure if he's on the lap.
I don't know, but
He's
and that's
invalid.
invalidated. And that is so easy to do here.
Yeah, maybe got a bit of dirty air from the Haas.
What about Steve? He's also on a lap. He's heading towards the final sector.
Guy's teammate in front of him.
And he's slightly down on his time, actually.
Only just there, I believe.
Yeah, maybe if he had a bad second to last corner and banking, maybe he can improve. Let's see then, towards the line, it's going to be a 109.7, and it's a very tiny improvement.
Thousands of a sight, yeah.
JMK is on lap though, coming towards the line, and it's a tiny
9.2.
improvement, but it does put his lap time down to 109.2 though.
Yeah, let's talk about a low 9, and I'm surprised most people in the high 9s, low 10s right now. So JMK absolutely flying.
Milam with a 111.1 to put up his first lap time of the day.
I'm just on board the Juho now coming into a... I don't know what sector this is, sector 2 I think. Hit that curb.
Ooh, small lock up.
Yeah.
Now heading towards the banking, taking too much of the curb on the inside there.
Oh, he's backed off. Looks like.
Nah,
yeah.
he's... Maybe, yeah, he has. Interesting strategy.
Maybe he wants to start outside the top 10 on purpose.
Or maybe he's going for a new lap. However, if he's going for a new lap, I think he's going to run out of ERS though.
Yeah, I think he will. Is anyone else on the lap? Toast? I think Toast is on the lap.
Milam seems like he's on a lap, and he's invalidated.
Yeah.
Toast. Let's head over to him then, as he's getting dangerously wide in that fast right-hander. Now going through the second sector into this left-hander that it is really crucial to get a good exit on. This is actually a very good overtaking position in this corner, Marshall.
Yeah. As it looks like a good lap from Toast in a minute.
It does. Just 2 more corners.
Oh.
Oh, and that is a round.
Yeah.
And
I
I
just
tell
saw
you,
this.
I think we're gonna see more people doing that in the race. Oh, as Bob O'Reilly is around in the second sector.
Oh. That's somewhere where I wouldn't expect you to spin, to be honest.
What about Black Phoenix over the line to do a 109.5?
9.5.
Puts him second so far. Dion is heading around the final corner. He's not invalidated this time. It's going to be a 109.2. And look at that. We have a Dutchie on provisional pole.
I believe JMK is or also is what I'm trying to say. Also is Dutch.
You need a dictionary over there, Marshall?
Yeah, please. it's a Dutch 1-2 right now.
Dino can't be on the lap. He's on 4-lap all tires. RP is on lap though, heading through that fast right-hander. You know, after that fast right-hander there, you have like that. I guess it is a corner, but it's a bit more of a kink if you ask me.
Yeah.
To the left before.
It's like a quick left, then you just flick it right, kind of.
Yeah, and like you gotta be a little careful on that one because if you touch the inside curb too much in that left-hander, like you can get flung into the side.
Yeah. So these drivers have to be careful in the race because if they run a bit wide or hit the curb too much, it just spits them out and just sends them into the spin.
It does.
RP
Goes to P5.
Good efforts there from RP.
Oh, as JMK has gone off the track here.
Oh yeah, where's that?
And that is in the second sector.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, that could be his quali over. I'm not sure if he has more tires. Nonetheless, Sebetti is on a lap. He's heading in towards the second last corner. And he's going very slowly, so he's backed off.
I'm just watching his teammate, Gendrick. He's coming through the last sector now. He's going to get a bit of a slipstream. So it's going to be interesting to see where Gendrick comes in his McLaren.
And it's going to be a 110.3, which puts him right behind his teammate in 8th.
As
Infinite is
yeah.
He's the only driver on the lap right now, heading through this second sector and towards the second DRS zone. For a moment it didn't look like his DRS was open, but it is. Ooh.
Bit onto the grass a bit there, tie calling, you see.
Now through the penultimate corner and into the banking. And his time is gonna be a 109, 110, 110.7.
That's decent for him, to be fair. I think he'll be happy with that.
That is not bad at all. Our Toast is also on the lap now. Heading into the banked hairpin.
I think you say there's a bug thrown into his mouth on his lap. You don't see that every day.
Indeed, indeed. Toast just a tiny bit down on his time right now.
Yeah, I'm surprised to see Dino only in P10. Dino had such a good start in the season, and he's just like dropped off a little bit.
Kinda as Toast is now 2/10 down.
It needs a good last sector.
Only issue is that the last sector isn't that long.
Yeah, it's mostly straight as well.
Over line, it's gonna be a 112 and it's down on his lap time. What about Mark, who is in the second sector at this time?
I'm just gonna watch Dino's lap.
Mark currently 3/10 up on his time.
That's gonna be a high 9, it looks like.
It looks like it as he's heading
Oh.
towards the banking. Does not invalidate. Might have been a little too cautious there, but it's going to be a 109.8. It didn't
9-8,
actually gain
yeah.
that much in the final sector, and it's up into
Yeah.
5th.
I'm not sure if why Dino's still on an old soft, but he just had his lap ruined by a racing point. So he had to back out of his lap and compose himself for his next lap. Which, I don't know why he's staying out so long on them softs.
I do not know. Steve currently 17 thousandths down on his lap. Not sure if he has. Oh, and that is a back end loss, and that is his lap over.
Yeah, he just hit that inside curb and it just...
Oh, and Black
Halfway.
Phoenix has gone off on his last lap too.
The pressure of qualifying.
Jendrik though, he's heading towards the bank hairpin. And it looks like JMK is finished with quali too. Which means that currently Dion is on pole. The only ones that might challenge him is Jendrik. Kelvin, scratch that. Kelvin has just done his lap and is in 6th.
Yeah, Mark's into the pits, he won't be improving.
So it is Jendrik, Juho and Baba O'Reilly, I believe, who are yet to set their laps now.
And Luke's just gone up to P14.
We'll scratch him off the list then. Only Juho and Jendrik. Jendrik heading towards the penultimate corner and into the banking. Is he going to be able to challenge for pole as he goes over the line to take a 109, 110 flat?
Yeah.
Which is P6 at the moment.
And Dino up to P4. That came out of nowhere.
Oh, not bad, not bad.
Oh, it was a new soft. Oh. Cheers, game.
And Milam is still on a lap, and he is currently up on his time too. Heading towards the line, it's going to be a 1:10.9, which puts him up to 12th.
Yeah.
Kelvin. Kelvin is still. Oh, he's way down on his time, so he is finished with his quali too.
Got a Dutch one too then. The Dutch power.
For the first ever Grand Prix at Sandboard. Seems fitting.
First race in PSGL, a Dutch one too. It's like it's scripted.
Well, there were people challenging.
Yeah, it's not. Dion and JMK both in the 9 points. Next closest.
You know, I just remembered. I did say Dion for pole.
You did. I said Black Phoenix and JMK in the top 3. I think the Ferraris would be happy with 4th and 5th as well. That's a good result for them.
Indeed, and team-wise, it's a very good result for them. Like you have Dion up there, but then again, Dion's teammate, that would be RP, he's down in 9th. For JMK, his teammate is starting in last. Black Phoenix's teammate is starting 16th. So Ferrari is on for a good overall race as a team.
Yeah, they're fighting for the constructors as well. I looked earlier, there's like 3 points, I think, separating 3 teams. So that's just how close it is to constructors. The drivers' championship isn't as close, unfortunately. Black Phoenix has kind of run away with that.
3 points separating, are you sure about that?
I think So let me have a look.
You are
Is that-
correct.
Yeah.
That's Alfa, Renault, and Ferrari.
Yeah. See, I've been doing my research.
As we have a Dutchy 1-2 with Dion on pole position ahead of JMK in second and CPI Black Phoenix in third place, before we have Dino followed up by his teammate Steve in fifth. Alimonda then takes sixth place, then Jendrik in seventh, Kelvin in eighth, RP in ninth, and Sibiri rounds up the top 10. Outside of the top 10 we have PRJT Infinite in 11th, then Mileham, Abmo, Baba O'Reilly, Toast, then Juho in 16th, Matt aka CTI Steeman in 17th, and I Will Hit You Soon in 18th. And with that, we'll just have a quick note that I have forgotten what I was about to say, Jared.
Sponsor. Jared.
A lot happening here now, but yeah, true. Quick shout out to Brutal Democracy, PSGL's official sponsor, or I believe partner is more correct to say actually. Nonetheless, you can find them on brutaldemocracy.com or their Twitter handle BDG_esports. For content on Twitch, you'll find them with One Brutal Force, on YouTube Brutal Democracy, and then on Instagram Brutal Democracy. Sponsoring PSGL with a prize money pool of 250 quid to the top 3 tiers, so huge shout out to BDG for that. But nonetheless though, Marshall, looking a bit cloudy here.
Yeah, I was just thinking that it does look quite overcast. So, and I think everyone's on soft. So maybe some rain.
And
It's
here we
quite
actually get the predicted pit stop strategy, a 1-stop from soft to hards. It said also a 2-stop with soft, mediums. However, I'm not very confident we'll see many of those.
We've got 3 drivers in the mediums: Abmo, Juho, and Matt. All that for the top 10. So
We do.
it's going to keep an eye out on them later into the race.
Indeed. As Dion is driving a fairly quick formation lap here.
Yeah, he wants the race started. He's pumped up.
Well, I mean, home race. Obviously, Dion he's raced in PSGL for quite a few seasons now, I believe, and first ever time he actually gets to do his home race. So,
And puts it on pole.
and with a fellow countryman in second.
Yeah, I'd like to see Dion and JMK win. Just it'll be fitting. The first PSGL Dutch race, and the Dutch driver wins it.
It kind of should be like that.
Yeah, like if the race went ahead, I guess most people would have liked Verstappen to win.
Maybe, however, we do know how that Merc is this year.
Yeah,
Not a lot can hinder it except for stupid decisions during safety cars.
I just seen Luke in the chat said rain expected early on dry end of race. So we could have a bit of rain, but then it's going to dry up. So that could just mix the grid out massively.
It could indeed. Nonetheless, though, everyone's lined up. Well, no, actually, still waiting on I Will Hit You Soon, who is lining up right now.
He wants a slow formation lap.
And here we go, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and away we go for the first ever Sandboard Grand Prix.
Oh,
Anytime now.
come on. Are you gonna
And
And
There
they're
we
going.
are, and towards turn 1 they go. It looks like a really good
Dion's
start
had a
from
good
Dion
start.
here. However, JMK is getting challenged by Black Phoenix. We can see both the two Ferraris in the background there too. And look at this, it's Dino. He was looking feisty on Black Phoenix there.
Oh, there's a Williams off. I think it's Milam. Yep.
Oh, and look at this, Dino takes the position away from Black Phoenix out of the banked hairpin. Gets a really good exit there and up into third place for him. In the meantime, we can see that Dion is almost running away already.
Yeah, Dion had the perfect start. I don't think the Renault of JMK had the perfect start, but stayed
he
ahead
did
of the
not.
Alpha. Yeah. I was just watching the back, everyone just kept it clean. There's a Williams off, but he didn't lose too much time.
Oh, Black Phoenix can't really get close enough to Dino there. Not this time, at least. As I see yellows and a few position changes, so might have been a collision.
I think it might be infinite.
Unless though, look at this. Black Phoenix, he's getting close to Dino on the start finish straight. Into turn 1, he tries to dive it down the inside and he goes right past Dino.
Yeah, Dino luckily saw him coming and just gave him enough space.
Oh, I can tell you 9 out of 10 people would have just turned in there.
Yeah. So fair play to Dino for that.
Oh, Black Phoenix with another mistake though out of the banked hairpin. Dino getting real close to him here again. We can also see Mark in the background there. And with these guys fighting so hard for it, you can see that the two front runners of Dion and JMK's currently stretching out that gap a little and managing to kind of run away with it a little.
Yeah, they did dominate quality, so it's
not really look at it.
Away.
The two Ferraris side by side. Steve moves up into fourth.
You can have team orders because that did look quite easy to me. Without DRS as well.
I did.
Ooh, his Mark almost loses it.
I did see that. Looked very very unstable on the exit there.
In qualifying, he had a loose back end as well.
Yeah, his setup has looked a little loosey goosey, you know.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, though, Dion and JMK are currently just driving on lap times right now. There is no DRS between any of those.
Yeah, Black Phoenix looks like he's flying right now. He's left the Ferraris, and I think he's starting to catch the Renault of JMK. As I think it's actually raining. Yeah, it's raining now, Sandre.
Are you sure?
Yeah, going board of JMK, Black Phoenix.
Oh, you are right. It is raining as Bob O'Reilly almost flies into the back of Ammo there. No, not Ammo, Milam. But then rain already, that is quite early, and it's going to be crucial for everyone to actually get their strategy right then.
Yeah, I feel bad for the second Ferrari driver, because if you have to pit in for inters, either you're going to go in a lap later, or a double stacking, which is never nice.
That is very true. Nonetheless, though, with it being a new track on the calendar, there is obviously people might have never actually been driving in the transition period between dry and wet weather before, so we might see people struggling to judge when it is time and not. Unless they just listen to Jeff, although that is not always correct.
I was just about to say, Toast and Juho pitted in for inters, and Juho actually put it in the wall, coming out of the pit lane. He's already lost his wing.
Well, ooh, and look at this, Steve and Dino fighting away. Steve managing to stay ahead though, and we can see Alimonda in the background looking for...
Disabled.
Oh, and that is their cue then.
Yeah, pit boys.
Oh, Dino's back end looking very... Oh, and that is RP in the wall. and
Oh,
it's looking like he's kind of hitting quite hard, pretty fast right now. You can see
yeah.
everyone diving into the pit, and you can see Dino, he's continuing.
Oh, Black
And
Phoenix has
oh,
got
and the
penalty.
safety car.
Yeah, RP's retired.
Unlucky for
Oh, look
RP.
at Dion.
Oh
Dion.
no, Dion.
Dion. Oh.
And there is the bottle of the day, I think.
Yeah. And the big winner out of all this
Black
is
Phoenix.
Steve. No, it's Black Phoenix sped into the pit lane. So
Oh.
he's got.
Well, in
so
that
he's
case,
got
then it
stop
is
goes.
Steve. But the Black
Yeah.
Phoenix, though, he has jumped JMK. JMK
Yeah.
is actually also. Oh, and is this Dion?
Oh, JMK's got a drive through.
Oh no, and JMK, the big loser of this safety car then?
Somebody's just picked up damage, I believe. I think it was a Ferrari. Is it Steve?
Yeah, that is Steve.
Yeah.
And I think the luckiest driver right now seems to
Alamonda's
be.
got penalty. Alamonda's got penalty with collision with
Oh,
JMK.
and Dion spins it.
Oh, Dion.
And oh my god, thank god he ghosted there. And I don't know, Marshall, this this has been
so
quite
much
a
going on.
chaotic safety car.
Yeah.
As we're looking at
So-
Dino now going through the banking, he's still on his soft tires. It's gotta be horrible right now. You can see him not pushing at all. But into the pit he goes.
I think the only person, I think Sabetti, keep an eye on Sabetti because JMK's got a penalty, Alamonda's got a penalty, Steve's got damage, and Black Phoenix has got a penalty. So Sabetti is in a good place right now.
JMK is actually the biggest loser among everyone here right now. As he got that drive-through penalty.
Yeah, that's.
As Dino got out in second.
Oh, how has he done that then?
How?
How has he done that?
How
I
has he
swear it was
managed to overcut multiple people?
I swear it was only like a couple of seconds ahead of Black Phoenix.
Yes.
I'll
Dion
just-
has now gotten himself onto intermediate tires.
That's weird for like that might just be the game messing us up, but I thought it'd be way down the field.
Yeah, I would think so too. But then again, like, I think when the leaders came out of the pit, I think they were supposed to pass the safety car, but they didn't pass it instantly, and I think that might have cost them more time than they realized.
Yeah, and I said earlier when it was so dry, like whoever's the second Ferrari is going to harm him. Dino was that
Well,
second Ferrari.
Dino is actually the big winner right now.
So yeah, Dino is in a great position, possibly for the win.
Well, right now,
But there's a long
considering...
way left. There is a long way left of the race.
Oh, you're correct there. With we're only on lap 6 actually, so still have 30 laps left of racing.
Yeah, and they did tell us it's going to dry up near the end, so it could just shuffle up the grid again. So you never know. You could see Matt win this race still. And I'm not sure if you mentioned this, but Luke up in P6 and Admo P5. They've had a great start as well.
Interesting. Nonetheless, though, I think we're going to see more safety cars this race too, Marshall.
Yeah, won't surprise me.
I'm telling you, the wet weather conditions on this track, like you have the really fast right under the corner they're going through right now.
Yeah,
It can be a little tricky. This
yeah.
next right under here, this can also be a little tricky out on the curb. Right here, then you have the banked corner, as I said earlier on. It's not really that difficult, except if you use overtake to try to pass someone. So there is a
Oh,
few
voice
corners. And obviously the bank hairpin is not fun.
Yeah, don't do a mistake.
As we see Toast picking up a penalty now.
Yeah, so Ginger pick up one up as well. So a lot of people getting penalties under the safety car. So
Indeed.
yeah, the safety car has just changed its space. Like Dion was leading this race, D was near the front, JMK was in second.
The thing is, Dion would have still been in the lead if he didn't pit in for hard tires first.
Hard, yeah. I think that was a mistake.
And it's a proper rookie mistake too.
Yeah. I just don't think Jeff told him to pit in for inters, and he just pit anyway.
But then again though, like you could say that is a rookie mistake, but then you have JMK too, who's done the bigger rookie mistake of getting that drive through. And
Yeah.
I don't know if he's gone into the pit to try to serve it right now. But obviously you can't serve it under a safety car.
Yeah, I think just so a couple of people have a wing change again.
It could be that too.
Yeah. So the big winner, or big winners, are Dino and Sabetti, and you could see even Admo and Luke and Kelvin.
Oh yeah.
Like, there's just so many who just.
Well, if we look at it, let's see. Position changes. Then Black Phoenix is up 2 positions, but he did get penalty though.
Yeah.
Dino is up 2 positions. Alimonda is up 3 positions. Then you have Sabetti up 6 positions right now. Admo up 8. Same with Baba O'Reilly. Matt currently up 8 too. I will hit you soon up 7. Then the big losers, obviously JMK down 12 positions, Dion down 9 positions, Steve down 8.
Oh.
Oh,
Sorry
and I
to
see
laugh.
wing damage.
Yeah, that's for Mark. Yeah,
Oh. And Dino with a
safety cars-
5-second penalty there.
that's unfortunate for both of them. Like, high into the corner, and Dino just couldn't do anything with that.
Too bad. Nonetheless, though, we're going again, and I think they might have caught that safety car.
Yeah.
Oh, and look at this. Black
That's
Phoenix had to
31.
slow down a little. Dino forces it down the inside in turn 1 as he takes away that P1 from Black Phoenix.
And
Now Alimonda also gotten his way past Black Phoenix. Look at
And
this.
Sabetti.
Sabetti's fancying a look now.
Black Phoenix
And
is
look at
struggling down
this.
three.
Black Phoenix and Sabetti.
Oh,
And Black
crash.
Phoenix and Sabetti both into the wall. And there goes
Oh,
Baba O'Reilly. And what a huge crash in the end there.
Jeez, yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have a good view of that. It looks like
Oh, I had.
Black Phoenix squeezed Sabetti onto the grass to me, and then Sabetti lost control.
That's exactly what it looked like for us too.
Yeah.
As we see, there is yellow, sour, there is green, light. Well, no, there is a safety car.
See, oh. I feel bad, so bad for Luke. He had nowhere to go.
He was just an innocent victim there.
Yeah. I'm sure Sabetti will submit that into the stewards because I don't think Black Phoenix gave him enough space on the right hand side.
Well then, lap 10, second
Okay.
safety car.
Yep. As Alamonda pits, I'm sure that's for a new wing, and he's got stop go, so that's no good.
Well, yeah, that's good. He'll get rid of that one then.
And Jared in the chat just said it was lag. Could it be lag maybe? Or I didn't see much lag for me.
Could have been lag, but
We need to see their PFVs, I think.
Well, you say we, but
Oh, the
last time I
stewards.
checked, I am not a steward, and I don't think
Yeah.
you are either.
I'll be curious to see what happened though.
True. Anyway, though, the big unlucky one is obviously Luke, aka Bob O'Reilly, as he wasn't even involved in it. He just got caught up in it, and he's also the only one of those three out of the race.
Yeah, and Admo, I think is the net leader. So I believe Dino's got a penalty.
Oh, your mic is playing up, Marshall.
Oh god.
I did hear what you said though, and well, I believe Dino has a pen, but looking at previous results though, like Dino is still the net leader, as like he's gonna be able to pull away from Abmo and Kelvin. I believe at least.
Oh, almost on my controller.
Jendrik gotten himself quite far up the grid again now though, and actually Dion all the way up in 6th now.
I was about to say Dion has got back up to 6th, so if Dion wins this race after bottling it, that'd just be funny.
After that huge of a bottle too.
Yeah, like hitting for hards, then spinning it onto the safety car. And I'm not sure if he's got any pens. I don't think he has. So.
Abmo getting very close to Dino.
I just want to go racing. Can the safety car just go away now?
You want to see more crashes? Is that it? Oh, 5 seconds for Sabetti.
People don't know how to drive on the safety car, it looks like today.
You know, I think that was actually for getting hit by JMK too, because I saw that it was for a collision with JMK, and JMK is behind Sabetti.
Did JMK get damage as well?
No idea. Let's actually have a look here. Try to see if we can see if some people have damage. Kelvin seems good. Same with Jendrik. Black Phoenix has a full front wing. Dion.
I've got a poor angle to see.
Yeah, I don't really have an angle right now either.
He's got a front wing.
I will hit you soon. Yeah, and Matt. Alimonda, obviously Alimonda has pitted again. And safety car in, so we'll head to the front of the field. Let's see now, Dino slowing them down, and there he go. Has he gone too early?
I think he's gone too early. He's gone too early.
Let's see then. He's gonna be able to keep this position. And look at that, who is that diving down the inside? That is Black Phoenix, and that is from way too far behind.
That was clumsy, but from Black Phoenix.
It was indeed. Let's
didn't
see.
He pick up damage on that. No, he didn't. He's lucky with that.
He is, but Kelvin knows so, and like he's lost a few positions from that.
Yeah. I think Dion could still win this race, to be fair.
Well, he is up to 5th now.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone ahead of him, apart from Admo, has got a penalty.
I'm not sure about Jendrik. I don't think he has a penalty either.
I think I saw Jendrik's name pop up once.
Well, in that case, then yeah. Oh, wait, that is Abmo. In the wall after losing it on the exit.
Please hit a safety car.
Well, he's not out, so I don't think we're gonna see another safety car right now. I will hit you soon. Yeah. Looks like he's been able to make a move on Sabetti. Sabetti now squeezing JMK there.
Yeah, I'm just about to Dion. Oh, Black Phoenix. Back end.
Oh, and look at this. Alimonda on the back of Kelvin here, heading towards turn 1. Alimonda is catching. However, I don't think he's close enough.
It stopped raining, by the way.
Oh, that was early.
Yeah. without that long on the safety car.
Oh,
so
look at
just
this
got
though,
ringing.
Alimonda doing the move, but it's a contact with Kelvin. And it doesn't look like Alimonda has lost anything of his front wing, actually.
Kelvin's got front right damage.
Unlucky for Kelvin then.
Yeah.
JMK is getting very close to Saberi.
Oh, I was just dropped to my phone.
Good old Marshall. Oh, and look at this! That is JMK with a huge drift. What a moment. I can tell, I'm telling you, his heart was pumping there.
Yeah, it had stopped raining, so expect him to pit in a lap or two, I think.
Depends how quickly it's gonna dry up. It's still quite a lot of spray at least.
Yeah. As Dion is... He thought about it.
And is that Alimonda who's lost it on the exit here?
We've got Milan round as
and
well.
Look at this, Saberi side by side with JMK. JMK looks like he's got the move done around the outside in turn 1. As he demotes Saberi to 6th.
Milan and Abmo both pitted in for slicks, and it's too early, as you can see, because Milan's lost his front wing from it. And Abmo's kept his wing, but he's actually, no he hasn't, he's lost his wing as well.
As Alimonda has gotten past JMK now, I don't know. Didn't actually see exactly how it happened.
Crazy race right now.
Oh, it is, and I think it's gonna be interesting to see how these guys do when the softs, no, when the inters are starting to overheat a little. As look at this, JMK on Alimonda.
Down the inside, around the outside.
Then he has
now.
the outside in this corner, and he can't get the move done.
Dino is flying right now, 2-second lead to Gendrick.
Indeed. Oh, as JMK loses it in the banking.
Jesus, how's he got his car still?
Oh, and he's still gonna go for a move on Alimonda, but he can't really brake late enough to get that done. However, look at this though, Infinite making the move on Kelvin.
How is James K goes for?
I think he tapped the wall with his rear wheel instead of his front.
Yeah,
which if that is the case, then he was really lucky.
Yeah, he might have light green damage, maybe.
Well, that could also be.
Yeah. Let's look at the leaders, because Theon's getting close to Black Phoenix again. Oh, got a yellow.
It is a train behind Gendrick between. Oh, and look at this Dion. Looking at a.
Oh, Milam's round again. Yeah, the slicks aren't working.
I am not surprised.
Yeah, look at how much spray is still on them tyres.
Look at this though, Black Phoenix, is he gonna get close enough? I don't think he is. He's gonna have to stay behind Gendrick for another lap. PRJT Infinite as there is somebody who's lost it in the banking, and that is Juho.
Yeah. He's past the pit lane already, that's so unlucky. That is so unlucky for Juho.
So unlucky too.
Oh, who's that off? It's Alpha. AlphaTauri. It's Infinite. There's too many Alphas.
Look at this, actually. The spray is almost gone now, Marshall.
Now. So you called me Jared and Matthew tonight.
It's the first time for everything, you know. Now let's see. I think it might be time for dry tires now.
Yeah, DRS enabled.
Oh, and look at that, DRS enabled.
What tyres will pit in for? Mediums or hards right now?
20 laps left. I think mediums should
Yeah.
make it. Let's see then. Dino continues.
Dad says Sandra is drunk. Is that correct?
No, that is
Not yet.
incorrect.
Anyway. Maybe later.
No, not today.
Maybe
Nonetheless, though, look at this, Marshall. Dino, Black Phoenix, and Dion all continued. Kelvin and I will hit you soon as well. Jendrik went in for hard tires. Then Sabetti is on hards. And everybody's switching positions in the pit there right now. Elamonda is on mediums. Same with Steve. Juho, Infinite, and Toast all on hard tires.
I think when Black Phoenix and Dino pits, I think Dion could be leading the race again because I believe the top two both have stopped go penalties.
Fair point.
And
But it still depends though how big the gap is gonna be to Jendrik, as he is on dry tires right now, and
yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, these guys on the Inters does not look very quick right now.
and
Let's
surely they're
see,
pitting
Dino,
now.
Black Phoenix and Dion all into the pit.
Date speed.
I think Dion had a fairly good pit entry actually.
Yeah.
But let's see though, where is Jendrik?
Oh.
Jendrik's heading through the banking right now. Dion has come out of the pit. He's in the lead. Dino in second, Black Phoenix in third, Jendrik in fourth. So they might have actually made the right call then.
Yeah, Jendrik had a stop go penalty as well. So that's why he's still in fourth.
Oh. So he would have been ahead, in other words.
Yeah, he would have. He would be leading right to the penalty.
Nonetheless, though, we have Dion somehow back in the lead.
How's he done that? He spun and on the safety car, pitted in the tyres under the safety car, and is still leading.
Somehow he is.
Get him a lottery ticket. As we've got Steve behind I'll Hit You Soon.
Oh, we do, and Steve's getting quite closer to. And look at this, Steve's having a great exit there. He's gonna challenge I Will Hit You Soon. Looking down the inside, can't really get the move down there, but look at it. Oh, and that switchback has been closed.
Yeah, it's slammed from I'll Hit You Soon.
In the meantime, Dion has pulled away from Dino already.
Yeah, Dion was quick in qualifying.
Oh, he was.
So maybe expect JMK to get through the field a bit, but he is on the hard tyres as well.
Yeah, not just that, but he has almost 4 seconds up to these two battling for 7th right now.
Yeah.
And then after that there is also a couple of smaller gaps before there is a big gap from Alimonda up to Jendrik. Oh, look at Steedo down the inside. He really wants to get past I'll Hit You Sooner.
Yeah, he's getting held up massively, that Ferrari.
What about now, going into the DRS zone? Can he make a move, or is he going to be waiting? Looks like he's just going to be closing that gap down a little right now.
He needs to be more confident on the brakes, it looks like.
Maybe.
As I think he's got a good chance here. He's got a really good run.
I do believe he does too. And look at this, he's going to go for the inside into turn 1 as he takes that P7 away from I Will Hit You Soon.
Yeah.
And look at this, I think Dion has either made a mistake somewhere,
Oh yeah, you're right.
or Dino has just caught up to him, but they are very close right now.
Dion hasn't got any damage, so maybe just had a bit of a
Back end loss
tank slapper
somewhere.
somewhere. Yeah. Interesting to see if Dion
Could
can
be, and
knock
looking at this, you can
Dino.
see him trying to extend that gap again. He knows that Dino is within his DRS range right now.
Yeah.
Black Phoenix as well, actually. And right now, this is the only battle we have, Marshall.
It is, surprisingly. Bring back the rain.
In other words,
rain's-
bring back the chaos. Chaos is what you mean.
Yeah, pretty much. And somehow Dion will still win.
Somehow.
He probably has a puncher at the end of the race that Hamilton did at Silverstone.
Well, to be fair, if Dion gets a puncture, then Dino and Black Phoenix are probably also going to get punctures.
Yeah.
Especially considering they're not in clean air either. They're right behind Dion. And for Black
Yeah.
Phoenix's sake, he's right behind both Dion and Dino.
Yeah, there's a three-way fight for the win right now.
It looks like it. The gap down to Jendrik is just getting bigger and bigger, so
Yeah, then Hard's not working too well for him.
it's between these three. And look at this.
Oh, as
Dion has had a
Dino.
bad run through the banking as he loses the position to Dino, who takes P1 on
Yeah.
lap 22.
If Dion and Black Phoenix got about the same battery. Dino hasn't got much left, so defending might be a struggle for that Ferrari.
Oh, it might be. Unless though, Dino showing good pace here right now.
Almost have DRS already.
Yeah, he's really making a move for it right now. However, he hasn't managed to shake Dion completely here.
Yeah, maybe got a wet set upon. Maybe struggling a bit in the dry now.
I'm not gonna
Actually-
lie, with that wet period being as little as it was, I would assume that most people are on dry setups there.
Yeah, you'd think so. Oh, who was that round? Kelvin. Kelvin
Lucky,
just fancied the spin.
as Dino have just done the fastest lap of the race.
He's pushing to get out of DRS. But the two Renaults quite close to each other as well.
Yeah, I can see a couple of other battles evolving here now. Both the Renaults, Stee and Sabetti. As Kelvin picks up, as Kelvin has retired.
I believe he retired in the pits, so
He did.
yeah.
Unlucky
As
for
Dion
Kelvin.
Yeah, it is. As Dion getting close to that Ferrari again.
Oh, Stee getting very close to the McLaren of Sabetti, however, he can't make the move there. What about Dion on Dino? Dino goes defensive. Dion switches to the outside. He's gonna have to out-traction Dino here. However, he can't really. But look at this though, into the hairpin. Dion still trying to find a way past her. Now Stee has made the move on Jendrik not Jendrik, Sabetti into turn 1.
Looks like Dino's just.
Look
No,
at Dion.
yeah, I keep getting Dion and Dino mixed up now for some reason. Dion is just finding his form again. He's flying.
Oh, he is, but he's having a hard time overtaking.
Outside,
On the
this is risky.
outside, however, he can't make the move work. Look at the ERS for Dion though. He has
Yeah,
nothing
and
left.
yeah, they're roughly about the same with the top three.
Now the start-finish straight. Dion is closing that gap down. However, he does not have any ERS, but with DRS, he's gonna try to go around the outside. He tries to do a switchback. I will have to say though, a switchback hasn't seemed like a very effective move in the in turn one here.
Yeah, Dino's defending well to stay in the lead.
Yes, but there is still 11 laps left though, and if he's gonna have to do this for 11 more laps, then... Oh, has Dion lost a lot through that fast right-hander?
Yeah, he dipped his tire onto the grass, so that slowed him down.
Oh.
Black Phoenix is on the attack. And Dino's out
And
DRS.
Abmo is out.
Yeah, in the pit lane as well.
In the pit
And
lane.
This is good for Dino. It's almost broke the second mark, so
Almost, but I don't think he's gonna break it.
yeah. Yes, Dion still got that DRS. And looks like they're actually coming up to lap someone. I think that's Toast. It is.
It should be toast here, as Milam is out already. Now Dion
Looking-
getting closer to the rear of Dino again.
Black Phoenix is struggling to keep up now.
Looks a little like it.
Maybe Dino can nick a bit of DRS from that Williams. I'm not sure if he did though. Don't think he did, no.
Don't believe he did. Our Dion then closing down that gap a little more again.
Dino's running a bit wide there.
Ooh, that looked like a bit of a tank slapper from Dion. As he's not gonna be close enough this lap.
Yeah, Dion needs to be careful with his battery. It's got 5% left.
Oh, look at this though, he's showing himself in Dino's mirrors. Is they're about to lap another car, that would be infinite.
Yep. Got another yellow. I think that's infinite, just letting everyone past.
I believe so, yeah.
Looks like ARS is the trouble for the racing point of Dion.
He's not really having a lot of it.
Yeah.
Phoenix, well, Phoenix doesn't have a lot either, but he has a little more. And
Yeah,
Dino actually has
40,
quite a good amount of ERS to play with, as we can see that Dion is trying to get close enough to Dino, however going into turn one. Dino goes defensive, Dion around the outside, he's gonna try to stick it around there, but he couldn't.
Dion just needs more battery down that straight. He has to...
I would say that Dion should, right now, if I was him, I would have just sit behind for a few laps, not using my ERS at all, trying to save it up a little and then go for it with a little more.
Yeah. There you go. Dino is driving really well right now. It's under huge pressure, leading the race, and 2 cars behind him.
Oh, we have Stian Alimonda now. Into the second sector though, not the easiest place to overtake.
Yeah, it looks like the medium tyres were the best tyres to go on.
Well, still 8 laps to go, Marshall.
Yeah, true. And Dion has got literally no battery, and he's not even close to the Ferrari. He needs to save his battery if he wants to get past. So right now, Dino, he does look comfortable defending.
Interesting. In the meantime, his teammate Steve is struggling to get close enough to Alimonda.
It's a good point score for Ferrari today.
Oh, it is. First and sixth is not bad at all.
Yeah, especially when like Alfa Romeos are only in third and 11th, so they're getting no points. Well, Jiho's not.
Yeah. I would have said that could depend on penalties, but then again, Matt in 10th there, he does not tend to pick up penalties, so...
Yeah, that's true. And to be fair, I haven't seen many penalties pop up.
Well, as I said though, like it's not that bad penalty-wise. There's like a lot of corners there. You just can't extend enough to get warnings. You can't really cut too many of them either. As Infinite has gone around
on the last corner,
and I would assume that he's touched the gravel then.
Yeah, maybe.
However, Steve, we missed it, but he is fighting with Alimonda. However, Alimonda has managed to stay ahead.
Yeah, that Phoenix dropped out now of the arrest to Dion.
Might be a two-way battle for the win now then.
Yeah, Dion needs to save his battery better. Like, he just runs out too early on the straight.
He does.
But to be fair, you can't put ERS and non for some reason on this game, which is silly in my opinion.
Well, I mean, in some sense, yes, but in another sense, no. I do think that the fact that you can't put it in non is a little good because you won't have those people. That is saving a lot as Dion tries, but he can't brake late enough to get that position.
His overtake is turn 1, and Dino's just got it covered on both ways.
He does, and I do have to say though, I think it has a little to do with the fact that Dion has no ERS to use.
Yeah.
Oh, as Dion touched the grass again, and that has dropped him out of DRS range on Dino.
Oh.
And back in to a battle with Black Phoenix.
I just don't know, Steve's got past Alamondo as well.
We'll miss that then.
Yes, Steve got him into turn 1 down the inside, I believe.
Oh, well, in that case, good for Steve up into 5th then.
As Dion's actually right behind Dino again. As Dino made a mistake.
Either that or Dion is just quicker in the second and last sector of this track. Look at this. He's just not getting close enough at the moment.
Yeah. Dino actually looks comfortable defending. Like, he's practiced enough now with Dion.
He's kinda starting to predict what Dion's gonna be doing right now.
Yeah, because turn 1's the best place to overtake, it looks like.
It is the best place to overtake, but it isn't the only place you can overtake though. Somebody's around, and I believe that is Juho.
Juho. Yeah, Juho sends spin.
Gio, who's also about to be lapped in not long.
Yeah, Dion, you shouldn't be using your battery there down that straight. They still
Yeah.
use an overtake for some reason.
And this is what's draining his battery as he now goes into the banking with almost nothing to use.
Yeah.
And right now, if I were Dion, I wouldn't use it at all. However, he might actually have to use it as Black Phoenix is right behind him.
Black Phoenix doesn't have much left either, to be fair.
Dino looking extremely solid right now, though.
Yeah, he's driving really well at the minute.
Not gonna lie, it looks like Dion is faster, but it looks like Dino is just making less mistakes. Like Dion has touched the grass a couple of times, and obviously we had the beginning when I went wet.
As I hate you see, he's pitting in for new softs and got the fastest lap for an extra point, so that's good for him and Renault.
And he's actually within, so he gets that point.
Yeah.
Now let's see then. Ooh, Dion with another small mistake, and this can cost him as he's dropped off quite a lot from Dino then. Having to defend from Black Phoenix.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be able to defend as well.
And that gap is just built a little bit to Dino. Yeah, Dino, I think he deserves this win. Like, he's made pretty much no mistakes. Some point behind, defended well.
Not gonna lie, whoever wins out of these three all deserve the win.
Yeah.
But Dino definitely been the one who's made the least mistakes. Dion probably the one of these three who's made the most mistakes this race.
Made most mistakes, probably the quickest driver today.
Most likely, yeah. But let's see then. Dion fairly close here.
Looks like Dion's saved a little bit more.
Not gonna be close enough though. Hopefully he just saves his overtake now.
Yeah, looks like he is.
Then again, he also have the issue that he has to defend a tiny bit from Black Phoenix sometimes too.
I know what Black Phoenix is thinking right now. He's probably...
Oh, as Black Phoenix goes very deep in the banking. Oh, as Dion loses it on the exit.
That's what he's talking about, then little mistakes. It just adds up that little bit of time.
It does, and it does.
And yeah, I'll be surprised if Dino doesn't win this.
Unless there is penalties we don't know about, yeah.
Yeah, maybe. But it looks like it's going to have to be a last lap lunge from Dion.
Maybe he's getting quite close right now.
They've both got about the same battery. The top three are all about the same. I think Dino's a bit too far ahead.
Yeah, and Dion uses his ERS, even though he's not going to be able to make an overtake. And
Black Phoenix.
And the tap from Black Phoenix on Dion there.
Yeah. Look at Dion, he's all over that Ferrari. But I don't think he's going to find a way past.
I don't think so either, and this is the last lap actually, Marshall.
Yeah.
So it's starting to look very unlikely now.
Oh, he's running a bit wide as well.
Looks like Dion is gonna have to try, and he's not gonna be close enough for this DRS straight, which means that he's gonna have to try and stay as close as possible through the banking to make it over the line. However, I don't think he will. as they're now heading through the final few corners
He's pushing
here.
that Ferrari.
He's into the penultimate corner. Dino seems like he's got this now, but Dion is not far behind as Dino is gonna be crossing the line in first place as he takes the win ahead of Dion and CPI Black Phoenix, and Black Phoenix looks like he had a few pens.
Yeah.
Now Jendrik crossing the line in P4. Then Stee is gonna come home to make both Ferraris finish in the top 5. Then Alimonda in 6th, Sabedi in 7th. In 8th we have JMK. Then I Will Hit You Soon will go towards the line in 9th place, with the fastest lap as well, I believe.
Yeah.
Then Matt will be the final driver to finish his race, as he will be finishing in 10th place.
Yeah, I think Matt will be happy with a point today.
I'm not gonna lie, Marshall, I think he'll be a little surprised he didn't get more.
I don't know, is it a good track for Matt? Or...
Well, I think he just expected a little more chaos, especially after the opening laps.
Maybe, yeah.
I mean, it was quite chaotic in the
Yeah.
beginning.
Like, if he still did Driver of the Days, that would be a tough one to choose today. But Dion, like, probably the quickest driver today, but too many mistakes. Like, under the safety car, 2 mistakes. Pitted in for hard and spinning under the safety car.
Way too many mistakes in the end, and it's quite hard to say if he would have still won if it weren't for all of those, but
Yeah.
he would have definitely had a better chance, as we see that
Yeah.
Dino takes the win for Ferrari today from 4th on the grid. Dion was on pole position but doesn't manage to pick up more than 2nd in the race. Then CPI Black Phoenix takes 3rd place in the end. Jendrik with a solid P4 for the McLarens. Then Stee in P5. Alimonda in P6 before we have Saberi in P7. Then JMK in P8. I Will Hit You Soon in 9th. Then Matt in 10th. After that we have Juho, Toast and Infinite, I believe, who all finished the race before we had Abmo, Kelvin, Milam, Baba O'Reilly and RP all with a DNF.
Yes.
And
I keep forgetting what Dino's PSN is.
Dino 10 DCFC.
Yeah. There we go.
Good evening to you, Lickle.
Butterhager Marshmallow. But yeah, I think that's what it's basically got. Dino and 3rd place Black Phoenix.
Indeed.
Black Phoenix is getting used to it in the podium.
Is, however, not for a win this week. And an interesting fact for you, Marshall: first podium for Black Phoenix that hasn't been a win.
That's surprising, to be fair. How many? I think there's only 1 race this season. He hasn't been on the podium. I
2
believe.
races.
2
Austria
races.
round 4. Britain round 3.
Yeah, Austria and Britain, yeah. And this is Dino's first win of the season, actually, as well.
Indeed.
So that's surprising. I thought Dino won a race this season for some reason.
I knew he hadn't.
Hey, so we've got Black Phoenix in the party now. See if we can get Dino and Dion in, as Dino's now in.
Is it? Oh, it popped up there for me.
Yeah. Let's see if Dion joins. Gotta say, it was a nice say Dino and Dion. So, the names are so similar.
Yeah, you did struggle a bit with it, didn't you?
Yeah, just a bit. It looks like Dion doesn't fancy touching us again tonight, Sandro.
Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he feels like he's heard enough of us tonight.
Yeah, don't blame him, to be fair. We do chat a bit of crap sometimes.
To be fair, it can be quite exhausting talking to you, Marshall.
And you eating your steak.
Well, it was a good steak.
I'm not sure. Oh, I'm sure it wasn't. It was even. See, it's late. I'm tired. So
Well,
it's not late. It's 8:30. But
it does not seem that we're getting Dion Air Marshall, so you can start off with Black Phoenix if you want to.
yeah, I was absolutely waffling then. Oh, Dion is here. The last
Is it?
second he joins. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
There it is. Well, nonetheless, Marshall, you can still start off with Black Phoenix.
Yeah. So that Phoenix. I'm not sure if you knew this, but Sanjay just told me this is your first podium that isn't a win this season. So your mic's a bit laggy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard you then. No, I think you was right in the race.
Believe so, yeah.
I have no idea what he's saying, to be
No.
honest. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's lagging too much for us to hear anything right now.
Yeah. So we'll interview you in a minute, Black Phoenix, see if you can get your mic sorted. So, oh yeah, that's better.
Looks like it.
Thank you.
And Black Phoenix, so was I guess Netherlands isn't your favourite track because in qualifying you weren't as close as Miss Andre thought you'd be. Like we thought you'd be up there for pole, but you're just a few tenths off. So is Netherlands your weak track or?
attempt, I could have bettered my time by a potential 2, but yeah, the guys were testing. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was thinking that you drove with a setup that was for rain and dry.
Yeah.
It was a mixed setup.
Okay.
Smart idea, to be fair, because it quick in both conditions. But, yeah, down the straight, when it was dry, with you and Dion and Dino, you just couldn't get close enough to either of them to make a move, so I guess that was frustrating for you.
Oh, well, sometimes you need to compromise your setup to get the balance, especially with those fast corners. So, balance car sticking to the asphalt better than being a low moaner.
How is it saving your battery as well? Because I noticed you, Dino, and Dion all roughly have had about same battery. So how was it saving the battery? Was it a bit of a pain, or was it all right for you?
Yeah, because there are not much heavy braking zones, like one or two braking zones. So recharging the battery was a bit tough. So I had to save the battery for the exit and the last corner.
Yeah, like what's the hardest braking point? And probably turn one, isn't it? The hardest braking point, or is it?
Yeah,
Hairpin.
the turns after the two straights, I think.
Yeah, maybe, but yeah, battery issues. Like Dion, we were saying about you, like you need to save your battery better, but I was thinking at the end as like maybe it's just hard for him, like because he's always a medium. So
Yeah, I thought let's Dino pass and then I get DRS and I will pass him again, and um, then I can push away, but it don't work. It don't work out. So
yeah,
quite frustrated.
and Black Phoenix. Last question from you. Italy next week. What do you think about Italy?
Well, it's one of my favorite tracks, so I suppose I should be doing good on the race.
Do you think a possible win to extend your championship lead?
Well, with the pace the guys are showing, a win is hard work, so I don't know. I'll give it my best.
Yeah, you've got healthy lead in a championship, so just keep your consistency, and it could. Well, it's too early to say you'll wrap it up, but it looks comfortable right now.
Don't curse me.
Yeah, I've done that quite a lot in the past, so
Curse
uh,
me.
yeah,
After this trip, I'll be having a bit.
yeah, Mike's gone again.
Don't curse me. Not that healthy, guys. That's or 90% because unless I get a penalty for that incident with the hat, so it might be far less than that.
Yeah, you could be right. So good luck for the rest of the season. And Sanjay, have you got any quick questions for Black Phoenix?
Not really, you covered it all, so just congratulations on your third place today, Phoenix, and good luck for next week.
Thank you. I need it.
Sanjay, you're into Dion in P2.
I'll head over to Dion, and Dion, first of all, congratulations on your second place today.
Thank you.
But we'll start with quali. You pretty much got it exactly as you wanted to. Got pole and didn't even need to do your final lap. Then into the race though, things started pretty well, but then a few mistakes came.
Yeah,
First pit stop.
Yeah, incredible mistake, really. I was screaming in my play sheet, really. Oh my god.
Well,
I
what
went.
happened? Did you just forget to change the tires, or?
No, what happened was I was scrolling to the tires, and then I went to Inters, and I was scrolling around the menu, and I thought I was on the page where I can do the rich mix and that kind of stuff. But I was doing I was doing the tires, and then I drove into the pits, and then it was too late to change.
Uh,
So
well,
I had to do a lap on the hard tires, and then in sector 2 or 3, I spun round, and then I thought this race is over.
well, luckily for you though, it wasn't. And you somehow managed to carve your way up the field again before you found yourself in the position battling Dino and Black Phoenix for the rest of the race. How was that battle for you?
Yeah, I thought it was a great recovery drive. So it did me thinking about Hamilton in Monza from last on the race to seventh on the finish. Yeah.
Fair enough, fair enough. And what do you think about next week heading to Monza?
Yeah, Monza is one of my favorite tracks. So, but it's difficult because a lot of the guys has Monza as their favorite track. So I don't know. Maybe the other guys gonna be fast, but I feel well there. So
So your target, what is that gonna be then?
yeah, let's say top 6, because I'm really feeling that I can reach top 6. Yeah, by easy, to be honest.
Top 3 it is. You know we like optimism here.
Yeah, yeah.
Nonetheless, any questions from you, Marshall?
What was your reaction crossing the line? Because obviously you're so close to the win, but then you're thinking like earlier, I thought my race was over. So finishing P2, crossing the line, how did you feel?
Yeah, I felt a little bit disappointed, to be honest, because I don't get P1, and I was so close, and I was thinking further back in the race. I was thinking, okay, let him pass, you know. I would get him later, so I can charge up, but that didn't happen because you can't charge the battery here.
Yes, it's a good comeback to get up to P2. I don't know how you did it, to be fair. Probably,
Yeah,
I think.
the crash with Black Phoenix and Calvin, I think it was Calvin. Yeah, that helped quite a lot because then a safety car came. I jumped Black Phoenix in the pits and Dino, I think.
Yeah, they both had the stop go penalties, I believe.
Yeah. So yeah, I was in first, and I was again screaming in my place sheet like yeah, and then then I thought let him pass, and then I couldn't overtake him. So P2.
Yeah, it's good drive again.
But I'm quite happy.
Yeah, it should be like
Yeah.
recovering from the back of the field up to P2 is
Clean
good
race,
result.
no penalties. So
Yeah. So
in these conditions,
hopefully you can keep your momentum on to next week as well.
hopefully.
And on to Dino, tonight's race winner. So Dino, are you here?
I'm here, yeah.
Yeah, you must be buzzing about that.
It's been a long time coming. It's been
Yeah.
too long.
I thought you already won the season, but then I looked at the standings and Sandro told me you haven't won yet. It's like, I swear you wouldn't won.
Not yet.
Like, because always see you on the podiums or near the top. So, how did it feel picking up the first win on equal cars as well?
I wasn't expecting it. I knew, I knew Dion and JMK had a lot of pace around here. I've seen them practicing a hell of a lot. I was, expecting maybe, if I could get third, I would have been happy with, but taking the win, it means a fucking lot.
And obviously, your teammate, I believe, got P5, so great points
Steve
for Ferrari today.
Yeah, he still had a good recovery. He dropped to, I think
it's near the back.
Yeah, I think at one point it was P16, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's annoyed with himself. He had decent pace. He could have challenged top 3, I reckon.
Yeah.
He would have been in that fight or race.
Like I said there, great points for Ferrari. It wouldn't surprise me if you're leading the constructors now. So
I believe, I'm not sure if it was already going into this race.
I think that Alfa Romeo team was leading. But I'm pretty sure the Ferrari's leading now, leading up to Monza as well, so how is Italy for you as well, in the Ferrari, no pressure?
Yeah, no pressure at all. As long as we've finished, we've done better than real life. That's all that matters.
Let's hope your brake doesn't fail or something.
Yeah, or I've been in Parabolica, one or other.
Yeah. So, do you think you could go for the win this next week in Italy, or?
If I could challenge for it, maybe, but realistically, I don't think I can. Monza's not a great track for me in the past. And I'm sure Dion, Phoenix, they'll bounce back, they'll be back at the top again.
Yeah, and have you got any goals for the constructors as well? Because I'm guessing you just want to go and win it now.
I think as of now, before this race, it was more just get as many points as we can, consistent finishes. We'll see what happens. But I think after that, we'll definitely push it and try to bring it back. Try to get the constructors back for Ferrari.
We're almost halfway through the season now, so a long way to go for you and Steve. Like,
yeah, true.
It is early to say you go for the title, but
yeah, it is very early to say. Yeah,
you could be one of the favourites. To be fair, right now.
Yeah, I think Matt said. I think in the pre-race of Austria before the first round, I think he said that Ferrari would be up there for constructors.
Yeah.
We're kind of just going with it, see what happens.
Yeah.
As many points each race, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and again, congrats on your first win in a F11. And like I said, I thought you won more already, so
nah.
I'm just wrong. So, Sanjay, you got any questions?
If you want to give me more wins and give me more points in drivers, I'll take it.
I don't do the standings.
I'm not sure rest at drugs will do it.
I don't do the standings, unfortunately, so. Sanjay, you got any quick questions?
I do not, so just congratulations on your first win, Dino, and good luck for Monza. Yes. Ferrari on Monza, no pressure.
Yeah, no pressure.
To be fair, I'm in the same situation, thinking about it next week.
Yeah.
But I'm sat here in my retirement home.
Bastard. Nonetheless, anything you want to add, Marshall?
Check out F10. It's not as good as F11, of course, but still some racing.
Not even close, not even close. However, they are on lap 16 right now. So, for anyone who wants to see more racing, then head over to PSGL F10. With that, this has been PSGL F11 round 6 around Sandford for the first time ever here in PSGL. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Also a huge shout out to Brutal Democracy, PSGL's official partner, who you can find on brutaldemocracy.com, BDG_esports on Twitter, then One Brutal followers on Twitch, Brutal Democracy on YouTube, and Brutal Democracy on Instagram. Sponsoring PSGL with 250 quid of a prize pool for the top 3 tiers. With that, I have been your commentator, Sander Serg, joined by Louis Marshall today, and hopefully we'll see you again next week. Goodbye.
Goodbye.